When I was a child, I was brought up in a Quaker church, as many of you know. When I came to be a man, I, out of conscience, tended more towards Quaker meetings. For those of you unaware of the distinction, there was a split a long time ago, and the programmed Quaker church, as they're known, would have what you would probably associate with your mainstream run-of-the-mill Protestant liturgy. They'd be hymns and scripture readings, and the pastor would get up and give a sermon. The unprogrammed Quaker meeting would be a group of Quakers meeting in silent worship. There'd be no pastor, but if somebody felt called to speak, they would get up and do so. Sometimes you'd go a whole week and nobody would say anything at all. But you would sit in silence and try and commune with that still small voice within you, kind of born of a desire to experience God directly, and certainly born of discontent several hundred years ago of the clergy's position as intermediary between the lay people and God. Some of the distinctives of the Friends denomination include social justice, certainly equality of all humans. They were one of the first groups in what would become the United States to be anti-slavery. And they're also well known for pacifism. So much so that in this country, if you can establish that you had been a Quaker for some time and there was a draft on, you could avoid conscription by conscientiously objecting on the grounds of religious freedom that we enjoy in our country. Let me, remembering back to my younger days, I remember that when my peer group would learn of my Quakerism, inevitably someone in my peer group, some waggish sort, would start throwing out hypotheticals like, if your mother's house was broken into and somebody was going to stab her in the eye with a screwdriver, would you fight then? Let me say, before all that you're about to see in this video, that none of this is meant with any disrespect to any point of view. It's not meant to mock, we're just having a bit of fun. I certainly think that pacifism is a noble idea, if not a practical one. And if memory serves, our topic this week was sent to me by somebody that I met at a Quaker college. Our topic this week is match up two pacifists for a boxing match. Now, you may have immediately discerned the problem with this topic. If you were to match up two pacifists in any settings, fisticuffs seems an unlikely outcome. However, if I were able to match up two pacifists for a boxing match, I think it might go a little something like this. Welcome, boxing fans, to the Pendle Hill Boxing Arena! Tonight, in this corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, that slugger of satire, the pugilist of Pall Malls, the nattering novelist of negativity, Kurt Vonnegut Jr. And in this corner, weighing in at 125 pounds, the belligerent banjo, that fighter of folk. If he had a hammer, he'd knock your brains out. Pete Seeger! Hey. Now, gentlemen, I want this to be a fair fight. Take to your corners. Ding, 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 ding. Kurt, it'd be lilies for you tonight if I knew where had all the flowers gone. Yeah. Welcome to the slaughterhouse. The winner, Kurt Vonnegut Jr. Yay! The Pendle Hill Boxing Arena. Action figures sold separately. Some parts may not be suitable for children under 7. The Pendle Hill Boxing Arena. When it's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, you're to leave your whole world totally rocked. What do you do on your Sunday afternoons?